Hey y'all, it's Tuesday, which means it's Teaching Tuesday. I'm sorry that I'm so late. It's like 9 o'clock, but hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. And today's topic is called It Might Be Time to Change Your Tires. Okay? So, the first scripture we're gonna jump to is 1 John chapter 4. We'll start at verse 1. Dear friends, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are from God, because many false prophets have gone out into the world. And the next verse we're going to is Matthew chapter 12, verse 33. Make a tree good, and its fruit will be good, or make a tree bad, and its fruit will be bad, for a tree is recognized by its fruit. So, as you may have guessed, we are talking about discernment, okay? And some of you guys probably my friends on Facebook, and you might have seen the post that I made about, like how things don't work out with certain people because of the calling on my life, and God not allowing me to be attached to mess. Now, with that, there's this thing called discernment. What is discernment, you ask? Let's go look it up. In short, discernment, you look it up in Webster's, it is the ability to judge well, okay? Listen, just I got this song, and it be like, you gotta pray for discernment every day. Look, daily, I felt that in my spirit, girl. I felt that, okay? I felt it. Listen, a lot of these heartbreaks and issues that we go through can be avoided if we just use discernment. Okay? Like, homeboy come talking this good game, you know what I'm saying? Talk about he do this and he do that. But where is the fruit? The scripture said you will know them by the fruit. And you know what? You might be like, well, where is the Bible story? Why is she telling me this? Because God said that this was the year that the promises were going to be fulfilled. This was the year when you were really going to see some major things. But because of that, this is the same year that some things are going to try to come into your life that may be distractions. They're going to be the counterfeit. They're going to try to seem like they're the promise, but it's really not. So I need you to realize how important it is to have discernment in this season. Now, let's get to the title. It might be time to change your tires, okay? So, yesterday I went to go get my car inspected, and it was rejected because of the tires, okay? Now listen, I looked at my tires, and my tires still have tread, so I thought, I should be fine. But then, I take my tires to Walmart, and they say, just touch it. Just touch it. They slick. Girl, surprised you ain't been sliding through these streets. I said, well, that must be God keeping me, child, because I felt them tires, and baby, I should have been sliding. Sliding right on down Atlantic Avenue. Now, needless to say, I spent $600 today on new tires, which, probably could have been avoided because I thought that the other people that worked on my car were rotating my tires, and I should have been checking on things more regularly. Like sometimes we get into these situations where we have this guy or this girl and, we see them on the outside and we think it's just great. But we don't take time to deal with the inside, like my tires. I'm looking at the outside, the tread is fine, but I didn't take the time to inspect them, so when it was time to put them to the test, they performed poorly. And I'm really talking to myself right now, y'all, because it's crazy. When the mechanic said, you should have been sliding through these streets, that's just like when God protects you through something that should have taken you out. You getting so involved into a relationship or a situationship, some type of friendship, anything that should have just completely taken you out, but God still chooses to keep you. And there's warning signs. Y'all, I had warning signs, like my tire pressure was always going down and stuff. There was warning signs, but I chose to ignore the warning signs. I chose not to test the spirit by the spirit or recognize the tree by the fruit that it was producing. Y'all, it's time to change your tires. And once you change the tires, you got to do things differently. You got to approach stuff differently. You got to ask for discernment. You got to test these spirit by the spirit. The promises are going to be seen, but don't fall for the counterfeit or the distraction. For real, y'all, this is not the time to play. This is not the time to play. Like, what if God chose to just take his hand off my car and I slid in the soft child? Like, for real. This ain't the time to play, y'all. It's time to change your tires and approach things differently. Ask God for discernment before you step into something, okay? Like, God got too much for you to do, for you to be out here dealing with unnecessary emotional breakdowns, dealing with unnecessary heartbreak, dealing with unnecessary hardship, all because we didn't test the spirit by the spirit or recognize the tree by the fruit. I love us for real. Y'all have a good night, because it ain't day no more.